What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Back at it again, not to save you any money this time. The Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals have just about gone, but there's still a lot of really good deals out there for Marvel Legends, JoJo Classified Series, some Star Wars Black Series, some WWE, but mostly on those two major, huge Hasbro brands, especially Marvel Legends. There are a ton of really good deals still available right now for you. But today, I want to talk about something that has me so excited, so hyped up, and it's going up for pre-order tomorrow. It's something I have been clamoring that Hasbro does with this Star Wars Black Series, and to a lesser degree, the Vintage Collection for a very long time. That is creating multi-packs of army builders. Because if you do something basic, and I'm not talking about like the JoJo Classified Series, where they gave you 3 Vipers, and here one of them is going to have a gold plate. I'm talking about army builders that are really functional, really useful in the sense where I can just stack my armies. Even if it's not the exact same character, I can build out multiple armies. And that's what we're finally getting with this 2-pack featuring blue clones. One set is from Attack the Clones Episode 2. The other is sort of kind of in that nebulous Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith / Clone Wars era. So you see we got the Phase 2 Clone Trooper. And they've got their helmets, the blue. We're keeping with a consistent blue theme here. So we've got that one with the original Clone Trooper helmet. Then we've also got the Ahsoka face painted helmet, or helmet painted headpiece there, helmet. We've got going in the orange. And I really love this. They've got the same accessories, just not mixing anything up. We've got the long range blaster. We've got the shorter range one, but I'm going to stockpile so many of these because this is what I wanted so many months and years. I'm like, yo, give me more army builders for my Star Wars Black Series collection. So we're finally getting them, and they've got some great detailing. So you can see here, we've got some paint chips along the armor. That's good. That's definitely something I wanted to see throughout this with these characters, because they're in a war. They shouldn't have pristine and clean armor. They should have the scrapes. They should look like they've been through a war. And I really love the Ahsoka clones. I got 2. I felt like I wanted a whole lot more, so this is finally my opportunity to get them. Back in the day, they were exclusive to Walmart, which meant it was a real crapshoot getting more than one. So I've got them, got a pair of them, so I'm fully planning to stock up and get in a bunch of these guys so I can pad out those ranks in my Clone Wars Season 7 display. Really going to do some fun with that. So here's the unmasked look, so you can see what it looks like with the helmet off, and got a little scarring on there, so that's nice. But I love this. We're finally going to get some more of these to really build out a full army of Ahsoka's clones. And I love this picture here. Show them in formation. So you can see they're still working with that same basic body. You can tell there's a little bit difference here in this cod piece and the thigh armor. There's a lot more spacing there. But overall, this looks like the exact same trooper. And that's great because the Ahsoka clone really has some awesome articulation. It's really one of my favorite figures to pose and mess around with in terms of clone troopers. And I love all this detail work in the face painted, the helmet. And I keep saying face paint, but the painted helmet. So that's really cool. It's got that battle damage, the scraping as well. And then we've got this one. And this is going to be like the only time where Hasbro can get away with sloppy paint apps, where if something isn't lined up just crisp, like you see this little mark here, who cares? That's a clone trooper. It should look messed up. Looks like it's been in a battle in a war zone for a long, long time. So I am loving getting these guys to the collection. And you can see here in this close-up of the Attack of the Clones era clone what we got to work with. Again, loving the details of the paint, but they can hit some really good poses too. You don't have to worry about too much. I know a lot of people hate the way that knee pad joint is, but I don't really hate it. And I think it makes sense to have him bending, even though he cannot protect his knee whatsoever doing that way. But we've got that. That was pretty exciting and pretty good for me. So they've got a running shot just to show you how they're looking around the field, going after those battle droids, super battle droids. Now, Hasbro did mention we're supposed to see another 2-pack, super battle droids and battle droids. And I'm really excited about that setup because I'm just going to say more. I'm going to be straight up Homer with donuts on those. I cannot get enough of them. Fortunately, Hasbro's not going too crazy, too ridiculous with the pricing of these, because that would have really messed things up. Excuse me. They're going to be clocking in at $45 to $44.99, and that's not too bad. They're going to come out. They're slated to come out spring of 2024, which means probably February of 2024. It won't be as long, and that's really cool. Here's the write-up, the description. That'll be on Hasbro tomorrow. Star Wars fans and collectors can imagine scenes from the Star Wars galaxy with this premium 6-inch Star Wars Black Series Clone Trooper Lieutenant and 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper figure pack. Inspired by the character's appearance in Star Wars Ahsoka. So got both of those covered, and we'll use the Ahsoka brand as our way to get these out. I don't care however we do it. I'm fine with this. This is really cool. Throughout the Clone Wars, clone troopers fought separatist battle droids across the galaxy, though little Republic support can be spared in helping Ahsoka assist the besieged Mandalore. A 501 or 501st Clone Trooper Division pledged their loyalty to Ahsoka with repainted helmets. Fans and collectors can display these fully articulated figures featuring premium detail and multiple parts of articulation in their collection. Includes 2 figures and 6 entertainment-inspired accessories, so you know what those accessories are. Nothing too wild, too crazy in terms of what we're getting, but what we do have is everything that I really want out of Clone Troopers, exactly what I need. Those 2 guns, because I need those, and then the helmets. So those are 3 accessories per Clone Trooper for a grand total of 6. And like I said, we're gonna have $45, so that's not too bad. Not upset with that whatsoever. So these will be up for pre-order tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern time at Target. So the good thing about Target is you will not have to worry. Even if they sell out on the website, they'll be available in stores, plentiful. And if we get fortunate, lucky enough, maybe we'll see them on one of those spend 60 get $10 off, spend 100 get 25 off. So those will really work and be really well timed if they come out during the time of one of those big savings. And if they sit on the pegs long enough, they'll probably get clearance out. And I think that's going to be the maddest, wildest scramble for army builders or anything we've ever seen at Target if these guys hit clearance, because I already want at least 2 or 3 if I can swing that. But man, that's really exciting to be able to max out and get a nice collection of clone troopers added to my Clone Wars in all of its various factions, the Attack of the Clones, the Revenge of the Sith, and the Clone Wars. So it's going to be fun. And I'll probably throw in a couple of my Ahsoka display too. So that's really exciting. I can't wait to have them in the collection. That is going to be so cool and really so long overdue for everything I want to do with this. Now, of course, the vintage collectors are not going to be short because they're always well covered from Hasbro. They make sure that if you're a fan of the vintage collection, you don't have to worry about any problems with army building. And so we've got another set here. This is 4 Clone Troopers, and I love this even more. I would have been upset paying for this as well, because you see we've got multiples from the Clone Wars era. We've got multiples from even the beginning of Attack of the Clones or the start of the war with the non-painted troopers whatsoever. So that's really cool. We get a 4-pack of these guys. And so we've got an Ahsoka 332nd, we've got a 501st, and then we got 2 standard clone troopers, and that's really nice to add to the collection. A nice assortment of clone troopers, and of course they've got all that, the posing articulation that you'd expect at this point from the vintage collection figures. I still think they're a little bit overpriced, but you do get some really great movement, and being able to army build a set like this really will help flesh out your Star Wars collection. So I really appreciate that. Here's another look at these guys, and the paint jobs are a little bit more pristine. There's not as much battle damage here. I guess there's a decent amount, but not as much on the helmet, of course. You see that looks pretty clean, like that Joker just came straight out from Ahsoka's ship. So we've got that. Then we've also got the little battle damage here. So you notice there's not as much debris scraping as the Black Series, which I guess makes sense because they're not the Premium Plus line, but we do get them, so I'm excited to see that. So let me go on to the breakdown of what the cost is for this one. These will be available in summer 2024. These are going to be a Pulse exclusive. They're going to retail for $54.99, so a little bit more than 2 Black Series figures. I'm not quite sure the math is mathing quite appropriately there, but we get 4 figures, so that's not bad. They come with 6 accessories, kind of the same breakdown, the helmets, the guns. You've got everything that you're going to get out of those. Now, the pre-order for those is also tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so you won't have to wait too long to get these, so you can start stacking whatever money you have left over. Because I know a lot of us got hit really hard with Black Friday, with Cyber Monday, and then just the, hey, we want to have a sale just because today ends in Y. So lots of options for Star Wars Army Builders is a really big deal, and I think that this is definitely one of those cases, much like that Mace Windu and Clone Trooper set. These aren't going to linger on Pulse very long, so if you want them, if you're interested, I definitely recommend grabbing them right away. It doesn't say anything about these showing up on Pulse in terms of the Black Series figures, but as we've seen with other exclusives like the Python Patrol figures, they'll probably have a small amount available on Pulse, maybe around noon, or maybe right at 1 o'clock. And if you decide, oh, I don't want to trust Target, I'll get them through Pulse, there's another option for you. But I'm really excited to add these Black Series Army Builders because I need a lot. And hopefully we'll see some more news really soon about those battle droids and super battle droids to come. For now, hope you all are stocking up some money to get a few of these. Let me know if you're interested. Let me know if you think this is the right way Hasbro needs to go with their army builders for Star Wars, because we still need massive amounts of clones and battle droids, etc. And stormtroopers. Can't ever have too many of them. All right. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. For now, I'm out of here. This episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.